Tom Jones is a classic 1963 movie, and this is one of the successful films of 1963. And what's funny is that recently I saw it for the first time. I was in the mood of watching movies. Actually, I'm on a marathon, which I started yesterday, in watching movies that it where Best Director won or got nominated. So I'm being selective, but I'm first starting with films that I haven't seen so far that have won for Best Director category. And Tom Jones have won 4 Oscars. One of them was Best Director and Best Picture and so forth. This movie is directed by Tony Richardson. It was adapted from Henry Fielding's 1749 novel, The History of Tom Jones, a Foundling. There were so many things I like about this movie. I like the authentic costume designing from that era. I like the cinematography. The cinematography is beautiful. The directing is outstanding. Tony Richardson does a great job directing this movie, especially in Acts 2 and 3, which was some of my favorite parts of the movie where he directed. I'm not too big of a fan of the usage of the narration in this movie. I felt like it wasn't so needed in this movie. I felt like the last 5 minutes of the movie was a bit rushed, in my opinion. But one of the great things about this movie is the acting. Great ensemble cast. Everyone brought their A game. Of course, Albert Finney, who played as Tom Jones, he led the cast with his sensational performance. His character is very charismatic. He has a certain charm about him. And this is a very entertaining movie, guys. It's very enjoyable. There's a lot of funny scenes in this movie. The dining scene in Act 3, I believe it was. That's probably my favorite scene of the movie, and it's one of the funniest scenes of the movie. And certainly one of the best scenes of the movie, of course. So yes, great direction, cinematography, costume designing. Like I said, it's very amusing, romantic as well. And I even like some of the stage combat scenes in this movie. Tony Richardson had a great way of putting the camera right in place to describe certain emotions, certain comedic timing in the movie. I feel that if the movie was done today, it probably would have been watered down, because there's certain scenes that I can tell that with certain crowds is gonna make their head scratch and go like, make their stomach queasy, I should say. But it's a very amusing, enjoyable film. I really enjoy watching this movie. There is just something about British films, British actors, that it just draws my attention to it. It keeps me on my toes. It keeps me focused, my eyes on the TV screen, and not turn away. And Tom Jones does that. So I like the music as well in this movie. So I know I could tell that this movie, no, not that I could, well, I could tell, but also I feel that this is one of those movies where it's not for everyone. There's gonna be, there are certain parts in the movie where I could tell that it's gonna make people think that it's boring, or that it's overhyped, and whatever the case may be. But I like the movie. I enjoyed it. I have to watch it again and again, because I like watching movies multiple times to see if I will catch on to things I didn't catch on the first time, which most of the time that happens. But Tom Jones, you know, is a cool movie. So my review from 1 through 5, I give it a 4.2 out of 5 stars.